What's up, guys? Welcome back to another card salad video. I am Justin. With me is Bill and Mitch, and today we're going over day 7 Flesh and Blood Monarch spoiler cards. We will be giving them a strength rating based on how we think they're going to, the power level they're going to be when the game comes out, and we'll give them an art score at the end. And I know I had some other stuff to say, but I forget every time. I should write it down.
She's very sad that you have
What do
nothing to
you
say.
magic?
You're drawing the numbers? You say that every time?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'll be drawing our scores in here. Just because it saves me some editing time, so that's what's going on with
Q.
that. Yep, this is a Q card. It actually is QQ because it makes you cry when your opponent plays it. Ugh. Anyways, let's get started. I know I'm missing like half the things I should be saying, but whatever. So we're looking at Doomsday again because we have the token now.
Okay.
Yeah, they did not spoil Doomsday twice. This is Doomsday 2. Doomsdayer.
Doomsday Z.
So legendary Levia specialization. You can only have one in your deck. Play Doomsday only if there are 6 or more cards with blood debt in your banished zone. Create a Blasphemate the Soul Harvester token. So the thing with this one is that it can't be played from the banished zone, and there's only one in your deck. So you have to draw it after you've got 6 in your banished zone. Getting 6 in your banished zone is easy. But finding the card when you want it may be the challenging part. And I think there's some tutor cards we saw, but I can't recall them. But that might be one way you get this consistently. But other than that, I think the limiting factor here is that you can literally only have one. So you're going to put 6 cards with blood debt in your banished zone, and then you're going to, for 0 mana, 0 cost, no go again. But you're going to create this guy, Blasphemate the Soul 2 Harvester.
Wait, isn't it an instant?
Oh, it's an instant. Yeah, no, you're right. You don't need go again.
Yeah.
Yeah, so as soon as you meet the conditions, you just instantly pop this guy into play. So he is a 6/6. Allies can be attacked and can't be defended with armor. And what we're all thinking that means is you can't use your cards to defend him. So, like, if I just want to deal 6 damage to Blasphemate, your Blasphemate, I can just do that unless you have some instant or something that can interfere with my attack. They are destroyed when they have taken damage equal to their health. At the end of turn, heal all damage dealt to Blasphemate, so you gotta get it done or he just regenerates. Once per turn, he may attack for 0 cost. He does not have go again. When he attacks, you may banish a shadow card from your hand, and if you do, you may banish a card from the defending hero's soul. I am pretty underwhelmed with it, to be honest.
Same. I thought looking at it now, it's not a crazy thing to get 6 cards with blood debt banished, but,
I
doesn't seem
agree
great.
on it being underwhelming. I think if they add forms of redirection in Shadow, it looks a lot better than it is. But that requires something we haven't seen yet, so...
Like, force them to attack him, or force them to attack you?
No, force them to attack you.
Okay.
Or force them to attack him, and he can become a little bit of a...
He's just a
get it off of me for a second. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a regenerating 6 attack shield.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the only way I really look at him right now, is you just got 6 more armor. If your opponent just does not care for whatever reason, then Justin said it's like a healing potion that you give to your opponent to heal you, and they can choose to heal you or not.
Yeah. That's really how I look at this, is because, so, like, 6 for 0 is good. That's very good. It does not naturally have go again, though. You can do other things and finish with this, which is probably pretty good. I mean, it's always 0 for 6. you could turtle up and start blocking a lot, and then every turn have 6 to swing with. Um, but with how difficult it is to, it's not difficult to meet the conditions. It's difficult, I think, to find the card, the one copy, and
Well,
you summon it, and then you can never summon it again. There's currently no way to put instants from your graveyard back into your deck. If you you could banish it out of your graveyard and then remembrance it back into your deck later.
let's address the issue too that it's in Levia, which means 6 is kind of low.
6 is like base damage for all of
Yeah,
her stuff.
so
Yeah.
that really doesn't help. I mean, 6 for 0, but
Unless
yeah,
unless it turns
it's a
out,
close out a good turn.
yeah, unless it turns out Levia has tons of ways to go again, and this is always a second swing for 6. You know, like if you're doing that consistently, this is very strong. If you're not doing that consistently, and sometimes you're like, I'm not even going to use Blast Fit. I have a 12 attack, dominate, right?
Yeah.
Without go again. Yeah, this is just sitting there, and then your opponent's like, well, he's not even using that. Why would I sink 6 damage into it?
Yeah, that's makes that card pretty bad. We did not rate Doomsday if you didn't remember as well. So
Yeah, we didn't. So we'll go back and we'll rate Doomsday now that we know what the token is. I think, especially after we've seen Light Hero instance now, which we'll talk about later, not in this video. They're like the first Light Heroes is not legendary, and it just seems better than this. On a very, I mean, you get one very strong turn,
oh
but
gosh, the rarity is legendary.
Yeah.
This is
yeah.
a 1. That's too
Yeah.
unobtainable, man. Like,
I want to say that we're missing something, but currently it just looks like these are very underwhelming. And you can, this is a one of in your deck. It's not like you're building the deck around it. This is occasionally, you just draw, you do your normal game plan with Levia. You're going to be banishing stuff that's got blood debt. This comes along, you go, great, now I have a 6 attack option on the board for free. Which is fine. I don't think it's one. I think this is like, sometimes you draw this and you go, oh, now I have a a friend on the board. But you're not
better used for its pitch.
Yeah, what she
3.
said.
I give it a 3. I only give it a 3 because I think cards will be added in the future that actually make the tokens fairly good if they all have that similar effect.
Yeah.
You know, some sort of taunt, some sort of redirection, some sort of way to block for them as well, you know. Well, more
Yeah.
ways. I know there's a couple instances that can do stuff. But yeah. As of right now, it's terrible.
Yeah, I'm at a 4.
I'm also at a 4. Just a cherry on top, and sometimes that
3.6.
cherry is just not gonna get eaten.
Yeah.
That cherry's gonna get thrown underneath the deck for 3 resources.
Yeah.
6, 7, yeah.
Yeah, it's just not enough. It is a bonus. I don't think this was supposed to be. It's not designed to be a game ender, but you kind
Yeah.
of want it to be for, like, I can only have one in my deck. And you're like, I'm summoning a demon from hell, and it's like, hey, what's up? Sometimes I swing for your like 1 for 6 cards. But
Yeah.
for 0. You know, like, thanks, guy. Carrion Husk. This is legendary Shadow Chest equipment. If you defend with Carrion Husk, banish it when the combat chain closes. At the start of your turn, if you have 13 or less health, banish Carrion Husk. And it has blood debt. It blocks for 6.
I think that's a good card. I think you're going to use it before you get the 13 or less. Right?
Yeah.
Unless you're playing Blitz.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you might still in Blitz. So it's just an armor that's used only for blocking, but it gets a 6 block one time if you don't have a better chest option, which you do. This would be pretty good. I mean,
yeah.
it's good though. I mean, it's not bad. That's a decent amount of blocking, and its downside isn't gonna happen, except for the fact that it's a blood debt card in your blood
It's a
debt for
blood
3.
debt.
Yeah.
So
So-
that's the problem with this is once you're like, okay, great, I could block a big attack and not have to use any cards from my hand. So I can not mess up like a big turn that I'm about to have. But then it starts eating. It's like, great, you blocked for me, and then it starts eating at you if you're
Yeah.
not Levia.
Yeah, that's at least worse than 4 chests.
Yeah.
I don't think you put this in Runeblade. I think this is only a Levia piece currently.
You need to disable that blood debt, or else it's bad.
Yeah, because then every damage it deals to you, it takes like 1 value off of the armor, right? If you let it blood debt you 6 times, you're like, you didn't have a chess piece this game.
Yeah, it was useless. Yep. Oh goodness, we're starting it off strong today.
Yeah, we are.
It's hard. Blocking a 6 is great against like
That's
an
awesome.
opposing. Yeah, I think Levia is gonna love this as a option to just tank a hit and then go at like right back at you with a nice turn.
I mean, if you're playing Levia and you're like, man, I never need to use a resource chest, like a chest that gives me resources, which that slot does, then you might, I'm just going to throw Carrion Husk in there and basically have 46 effective life.
Yeah, she's got plenty of 0 and 1 attack, 1 cost options that we've seen, so I think you could fit this in.
Yeah.
I'm not convinced though. I mean, thinking about that, it's really only for her right now. I mean, there's only 2 options. You're either giving this to the Runeblade or her currently, and the Runeblade's definitely not using this.
No. It's not good enough to go above the curve. It's not, I don't think it's above a 5, but I don't really think it's below a 5 for me. So I give it a 5. A 6.
See. I think I agree with the 5 actually.
It's a real middle ground. There's nothing impressive about it, but 6 defense is a good solid defense.
Well, 6 defense is impressive, but nothing else about this is impressive.
And by itself, though. Oh, we got a card solid score of 5.
Solid 5. Legendary.
Right there in the middle.
Yeah.
It's not horrible. It's not great. It's just, it's there. It's an option. You can use it.
Interesting.
I will love it as a cold foil, and players will love that they don't need this legendary piece of equipment to play competitively.
Are legendaries guaranteed cold foils? I mean, they're guaranteed going to be a cold foil. Oh, okay.
Well, no, yes. There will be. There absolutely will be a cold foil of this. I think all of the equipment.
Fableds and legendaries.
Can you think of it?
Just all the equipment.
All the weapons and equipment, I think so far have had a cold foil in the set.
Okay.
That's mostly what gets cold foils, but we may see that start to change since we saw those promo commons that are cold foil. But that's still unknown.
And then also the
heroes have started to be cold foil.
Yeah, the heroes.
We have one instance so far.
The legendary specializations, Doomsday and Eclipse, those are both legendary. So, I mean, we'll see if those are cold foil.
Yeah, and then the Fabled is certainly cold foil. Has a cold foil. Frontline Scout. 0 cost, 3 attack. Blocks for 2. You may look at the defending hero's hand. If Frontline Scout is played from Arsenal, it gains Go again.
I like this card.
I like this card as well. I just want to say real quick, there was this guy in one of the Discords that I'm in. This card was revealed, and he said, "This game has lost all intrigue." He basically was like, "I don't really like this game anymore because of this card." Like, what? Like this card destroyed the game for him. He was like, unacceptable. Do not look at my hand ever.
As if it's gonna be like an auto include. Maybe he wanted less interaction with people. He doesn't want to interact with people.
Yeah,
right.
Much.
Right. Let me see your hand. He's like, I don't want to. Can you just do your turn? I don't want. So currently, my favorite use for this card is to sideboard it in against Warrior and see what kind of attack reactions they have in their hand. So that on their turn, you know how much you're going to need to block for their, like, to stop Dorinthia's sword or something like that. And they may draw a card or two if you're attacking, obviously. So, I mean, that's the counterplay, right? Is your opponent could just block with use their whole hand up if you look at it and then go, I'm getting a fresh, we're going harder the cards on this bitch.
It's also pretty useful against Wizard because, like, most people are like, "Oh God,
Right,
I don't know what they're gonna do to me. Can I play this? Can I not play this?"
Yeah. It's got niche uses where you really, those classes where you really need to know what they have brewing or else.
Check for the Aetheryze.
Yeah.
Oh
Can
yeah,
I
you
play
can
my
put this.
Doomsday?
You can
Oh
put this
God.
in your Shadow Heroes. Yeah. So you can use your legendary card without it going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Though if
That's
they do have
Aetheryze.
Aetheryze in their arsenal, then
Oh, that's a good point.
And you have to play it from Arsenal for it to gain go again. So sometimes you just
That's
have
not
to.
terrible, but
Yeah. It certainly makes it a little harder.
But it's
as like
0.
good as that effect is, and it costs 0. It's low damage. It's conditional to gain go again, and it only blocks for 2. So I'm at a 6. I think it's like
6.
a solid tech option, but it's not like you need to put this in any certain deck.
I think it's like an 80% sideboard card. It's
I think it is that. I think it is
maybe
valuable enough against certain.
7.
I'll give it I'll give it a 7.
I want to give it an 8. Just because I'm still going to give it an 8. I think it'll be a good card. It's got some fun to
He's
it.
afraid of Dorinthia, that's why.
Me, a little bit.
I mean, that's where I'm seeing the most use. Is just seeing, like, what does Warrior have right now? And you're like, oh, that's a lot of +3s. Impenetrable Belief. Beef. I did label the card in my folder Impenetrable Beef. 2 cost, 5 attack, common, blocks for 2. If it's a light attack action, if 3 or more cards have been put into an opposing hero's banish zone this turn, Impenetrable Belief gains +2 while defending.
It's another rally the rear guard, right?
Not exactly.
I mean, not exactly, but like that. It's the same effect.
It's a card that gains
right?
armor.
Isn't it?
No, Rally the Rear Guard I
I
think gains
mean-
+3. He blocks for 5.
He blocks for 5.
This will block
It's
for
also
4.
basically just, it's a 2 unless you're against a Shadow Hero, then it's probably a 4. I mean, simple as can be.
You can also activate it against Mechanologist.
Oh, I guess, yeah, Mechanologist, yep.
Yeah.
Potentially Wizard.
Potentially, yeah. If you
If
do
you-
3
Wizard
camo
having a good
ability,
turn.
woo!
Yeah,
You're probably gonna be dead if Wizard.
yeah, you wouldn't. I mean, you wouldn't be blocking for armor anyway. 2 for 5. It's actually, after some of the cards we've seen, 2 for 5 is not even that good. But blocking for 4 really fixes some math on, if they throw a 4 at you, the idea is that it's hard to block because you're usually blocking for 3 or 2. So 4 is a much better number than 3. I don't know if that's enough reason to put this in your deck, though. And while it can be against Mechanologist, you're usually this is against a Dark Hero, right? They both put lots of stuff in their banish zone.
Yeah.
And I just don't think you make space for this. Considering some of the cards we're going to look at in the next day or two, this card really immediately falls off a cliff in terms of efficiency and just like raw value. So I am at a 5 on this. It's like, if there's somehow space in the deck, another 5 attack is fine, and potentially blocking for 4. But I don't, it may even actually. I'm not. I'm gonna downgrade that even more. I'm really not confident in that, so I'm gonna put it at a 4.
Putting it at a 5. I think I'm looking at draft. I think this could be a pretty good draft card.
I think
We
it's a
really,
4.
yeah, we
And I
really
think
should
what
have made
I
gets it
that
to a
guess.
4
2
is that
grade.
it's not a light warrior action. You know, it's a
Mm,
light action. So
I guess maybe
you
it won't
may
be as insane in draft, but because how often is your opponent going to be reliably putting 3 cards in their banish zone in one turn? But
Oh yeah, and you're playing. I mean, somebody's gonna be playing the Shadow Runeblade, right? And he's definitely gonna turn this on after
yeah,
hero powers a couple times.
yeah.
But yeah, it seems like a
I,
pretty poor card.
are there going to be yellow and blue? Do we know?
Um, I think so, and they're
Okay.
4 and 3 attack, which is obviously terrible.
Yeah.
You would never pay 2 for a 3 attack and maybe block 4. No, no, no,
Yeah.
no, no. Piercing Shadow Vice or Vigé, or it's probably Vice without a C. I'm very confused on the last word.
buys
Vise. Yeah,
Vise.
Vise.
Piercing Shadow Vise. What does Vise mean?
Well, Google it.
like a visor
Vise.
covering your vision.
A metal tool with which to move. Oh, yeah, that's Vice. Is it Vise or Vice? The noun vice refers to a gripping or clamping tool. So, yeah, that's right.
I
It's a
did it.
it's a
Yeah.
shadow. That's what it's like growing to grab her head. And if you'll notice, this is the girl from that one card that I used in the last thumbnail that had her hand on Mitch's
yeah.
face. That's her. And apparently that summoning went really, really wrong for her. She does not look like she meant to do whatever is happening currently. 2 cost, 4 attack, Shadow Runeblade attack action, common, blocks for 3. You may play Piercing Shadow Vice from your banish zone. If you have dealt arcane damage to an opposing hero this turn, Piercing Shadow Vice gains +2 attack. And it's got Blood Debt. So this could be a 6
So
for 2.
yeah. I mean, you're playing this entirely to do a little bounce action. You know, from your banish to your graveyard to your banish to your graveyard kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Eh,
Helps if you have too much blood debt. You're saying?
yeah.
Yeah.
Or if you have things that need to pull and put, you know, having a couple of things that can go back and forth is probably going to be necessary with how many cards you need to play from Blood Debt
Mm-hmm.
for other cards to activate or cards you need to banish. So it's not the greatest value 2 for 4, potentially 2 for 6, but at least it blocks for 3. I think it's pretty decent.
Yeah.
I think it depends how consistently people are allowing your magic damage pings to hit. And if I'm playing against Runeblade, I'm going to put equipment that has Arcane Barrier. And I'm just going to make sure that stuff never hits because I know how many cards it turns on. So I'm really not
How many can
sure.
you stop?
Well, so the
I
Shadow
got plenty
Runeblade.
through against you, you know,
Right,
and
but
I
the
wasn't
Shadow
doing big
Runeblade is
hits.
not building, so far, not building Rune Chance.
But you can use all the other Roomblade cards.
Yeah, I was just
You
thinking about that.
You can, but
And
it remains to be seen if those are good enough to put in with the new stuff as well. I'm sure some of it will, but a lot of this has been more like the cards that you're playing as Shadow Runeblade deal 1 or deal 2 arcane damage. And that's where
I
you're
feel
coming
like,
from. But potentially those
yeah,
defense cards, like the Reduce to Rune Chant, could get
I
you a
feel like you're
few.
always teching read the runes and reduce to rune chant. 0 create 3 rune chants is a good card. And it's hard to say you wouldn't have that, but you could be right on that. So maybe it's a little bit less applicable.
Hmm.
But it is a mixed damage class, so maybe there is enough in there. Let's say I don't even know how often, because I'm gonna aggressively block. You'd have to have a chunk of rune chance to activate this if you're playing against me, and then it's a 2 for 4 with blood debt. I don't.
Honestly, at this current second, I could put Chane as the hero in my Runeblade deck, and it would up the ability of that deck enough.
Hmm.
And so that's kind of where I was going for that. But I do think you're right though, and it might not in the future. That's a hard one to grade.
I can't wait to
Yeah.
have people constantly asking, "Hey, what do you have in your Banish Zone?"
Oh yeah, that's
Here,
gonna
hold on.
be
Let me just shuffle through my Banish Zone real quick, and let me show you
right.
everything.
That's the part where I'm like, I wish this was a digital game so I could just right click on your frickin' discard pile and look at the cards.
Yeah.
I'm floating around like a 6 on this one. I don't know if you even put this in your. It's just below like putting it in your Shadow Runeblade deck.
As of right
Yeah.
this second, it's on the maybe stack for me on going in a deck, so I give it a 6 as well. Because I've been thinking it through a deck already. So.
Ooh, we got our 666. I think that's the first one.
Is it?
6666
on another one, but
let's just give the start score of 6666 as well.
now the art's better than the 6 on that thing.
Rip Through Reality. 2 cost, 4 attack. Seeing a theme here. Shadow Runeblade attack action. Defense for 3 again. Basically the same stats as the previous card. You may play Rip Through Reality from your Banish Zone. Okay, still on par. If you have dealt arcane damage, okay, it's the exact same card to an opposing hero this turn. Rip Through Reality gains go again.
Just I think a slight notch below the last one.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's effectively the same card. Go again's great, but with Chane's power, being able to give the go again, I feel like the extra damage is more.
But I do feel like go again's better just because then you don't have to use Chane's ability on this. You can use it on another card, so you can go wider. I think the go again is more valuable than the +2. I'm at a 7 on this one. It's 1 point higher.
Still a 6.
Yeah.
They're both just like, I don't know if I really want to put this in or not, but if I have to, I won't be sad.
6 plus 3.
I think we're probably
right about everything. Yeah.
I think we're probably underestimating the power of being able to play everything from the Banish Zone and use your hand just to pitch.
The thing is, these cards are really like, hey, these are pretty good includes if they're 1 cost.
Yeah.
The 2
but
costs.
it is still expensive, but I think that's where they balanced it. That's my guess. I'm not regrading anything. I'm just guessing that we are underestimating the power of playing half of your Banish Zone as your hand when you have 4 cards to just use to pitch for stuff like this.
These and we've been getting so spoiled. Effectively making it like we have like 10 card hands. So
yeah. So
maybe it's better. Yeah.
Okay. I would imagine we're undergrading a little bit based on because we're looking at all of the Runeblade cards and grading them pretty low or mid when they're probably not all that bad. I think we're probably just missing the archetype.
All right, Ursur the Soul Reaper.
Eclipse.
We didn't grade Eclipse either, did we?
I don't think so. No, because
I'm gonna go
just
look
art.
while we're going. Just art score.
Play Eclipse.
Which got a 10.
Only if you have played 6 or more cards with Blood Debt this turn. If you have, and that's the thing about the banish, playing everything from the Banish Zone. Play your 0s, your 1s, and possibly a 2 in that turn from the Banish Zone. Anything from your hand that you could possibly get in there. I think this is going to be relatively easy to pull off once you've thrown a lot of cards in your Banish Zone. Play it only if you have played 6 or more cards with Blood Debt this turn. If you have, you may play Eclipse from your Banish Zone, which is a huge plus compared to the other chick, the Shadow Brute. Create an Ursur the Soul Reaper token, and it is also a legendary instant. This one is immediately better than Doomsday, I feel. You can play it from your Banish Zone, so you don't have to worry about getting it in your hand once you've met the condition. Just like once you see it hit your hand or the Banish Zone, if you can play 6 cards, do it. And so you're already taking a wide turn, so you're putting a lot of pressure on. They're probably using all of their defenses because you're playing at least 6 cards that are probably attacking and buffing each other. So you put a lot of pressure on, and then you summon your token here,
Yeah.
Ursur the Soul Reaper. Same thing. He can be attacked. You can't defend. He heals all damage at the end of each turn. 0 to attack. He's got 6 damage, 6 health, just like the other guy. And while he is attacking a hero with 1 or more card in their soul, the attack has go again.
Oh my word, that is so much better than the other one.
So
Yeah.
much better.
The difference. You're never gonna run Doomsday. You're never gonna run both of these. There's no way. That'd be a lot, but maybe you do.
You
I guess you
can't.
can, right? So
You can't.
yeah.
This is. Oh wait, this is a shadow.
No,
instant.
it's each individual card.
Oh, it's a
one
legendary.
between
It's a
us.
legendary chain specialization.
Yeah. I was gonna
Oh right.
say,
Oh, duh. That one's Levia. I keep forgetting there's 2 shadow heroes.
Why? Yeah, I don't know. Why?
I don't know
they
why
say-
it's not a Shadow Runeblade instant. Doesn't make
right,
sense.
It can only. I mean,
Well,
Unless
because if
there's-
they ever do another chain, that's a shadow. Never mind.
yeah. Well, yeah, they'd have to do
Yeah.
another chain that's not a
Yeah,
rune
not a
blade,
rune
but he's
blade.
still a shadow.
Maybe that's
Yeah.
saying that they might print the same character in a different class.
Well, it says you may only. It says if your hero is chain. It doesn't say you have to be a shadow hero. I don't know.
But
Yeah.
it's a shadow instant.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's, oversight, I guess.
Anyways, so I love this one a lot more because it can innately have go again. But in any scenario where you're not facing a light hero, or if they don't have any cards in their soul, like you banished them or they banished them, because they will use it as a resource. This just doesn't have go again, and then you just have a 6/6 guy again. And so for the reason of just like it's so restrictive, it's certainly better. What do we give the other one? A 5? A 3?
I give it a 3.
I gave it a 4, I think.
Oh, I think maybe
I think you
gave
guys give it a
4.
4 and I give it a 3.
Yeah.
I think this is a 5. No,
This
6.
is only. Ooh.
I think you still just put it in your deck. I think I think they go in your deck as a bonus. You
I
don't
think
have
I
to build
will-
around them.
I want this card.
Mhm.
But I don't think it's going to be ending games for me or anything. But it'll create a nuisance because this is a token that will guaranteed defend you from 6 damage.
Yeah.
100%. So there's always that. I give it a 7. I bump it up.
I'm also giving it a 7.
It's essentially an armor tied to attack.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, when you summon it, you're more than likely going to be attacking with it.
Yeah, this one for sure you're gonna have.
And if you're attacking a light hero, pretty good chance it's gonna get go again.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but again, if you're not against a light hero, it is exactly the same as the other one, except it was easier to play.
Yeah.
After we've reviewed these, I'm a little sad I was wrong just because I thought it'd be awesome if I had nailed it on the head what they were gonna be. Especially because I would.
Oh yeah.
I
It'd
just
be
saw
amazing.
That you put the Hearthstone card on the video.
Oh, Jiraxis popping in.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep. Yeah, if you replaced your hero with Ursur, that'd be sick. And then he has like his own token weapon you pull out, this like crazy scythe
man.
here. That would have been
Yeah.
dope, but he's just a 6 that may sometimes have go again.
Legend Story Studios, if you're watching, you can use that idea. Just let me know.
Oh, I think we're done.
Are we?
It
Dude,
was
we're
only
get-
the 2 tokens today.
We're getting really good.
Oh wait,
at
no,
that.
we've had a couple.
we did a few just the token.
Wait, we did that many cards? Oh, but
Yeah.
Tuesday. Yeah. Oh. Gosh.
I mean, the Runeblade cards we typically are like, I don't know.
Yeah, it was a light day. I mean, like all the people that want to play Runeblade, don't get us wrong. I am going to play Chane. That's the one I want. But it
Good, none
does
of us have
currently seem underwhelming. Cool, give me my cards.
you can have all of my Shadow Runeblade cards.
I want to play all of it so far. I'm liking it all.
Yeah, I'll be happy to have a lot of the cards just so I can try it all. I mean, we have TTS, but
Mhm.
it's better when you get to put them together.
Paper so much more.
Yeah,
Time.
so yeah, the art. Obviously this is a 10.
Yep. 10.
And I believe you can
questions
So
asked.
cool.
there is a cold foil promo out there, and that one is like a 15 out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Despite
like,
it only being a token.
Just look at
Yeah.
that. Is that a scythe? I think that's a comma. Look at that comma.
Oh god, it is. It's like an Akali weapon.
Yeah. Which you could just call a comma and it's
No,
not an
it's
Akali weapon.
It's an Akali weapon. Wait, what is this? A sword sheath right here? Or is
you-
this some
have-
leg armor?
Do you understand how much hate League of Legends gets nowadays? Let's not bring
I
that
don't
thought
know.
into our videos that any of us have ever played that.
Oh, look at it! Look at his chest. He's got like a galaxy in his chest.
Mm-hmm.
This
It's a
thing
good
is
thing that he gets a
gorgeous.
10. Because Eclipse got a 10, and if the token didn't also get a 10, that'd be pretty rough.
Man, yeah, these two cards are just nuts. And this is a
Yeah.
token. It's crazy. This will just be like some trash thing you have on the side. Like it's not even a real card. You're just it's like, yeah, it's a token. You'll open these constantly. Rip through reality. So
Another gorgeous card.
what does he rip? How is he ripping
He's
through?
using his scythe. He's cutting through the reality.
Yeah.
Like that's a different universe or a different
Realm.
time.
Oh, I see. Okay, so these are the he's
Universe.
opening like a rift to hell here. I was looking
Yeah.
at it the other way, like these were the slices, and I was like, it looks like he's fixing things.
You can see it's another alternate universe. The trees line up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
that's a 10.
yeah. This is
He looks like
fantastic.
I can't remember his name. Marvel character.
Taskmaster.
No, not Taskmaster.
But he does look like Taskmaster.
Dr. Doom?
Doctor Doom. Yeah.
But Taskmaster is a skeleton face
True.
and wears a cloak.
Oh, the Taskmaster's
but-
all white.
Yeah, and Doctor Doom has a cloak like that, and I feel like it has armor similar to that.
Yeah, he's all metal armor stuff.
Yeah.
One.
One?
Is it really a 1 for me?
No.
I love the color and I don't know. I'm a 10 on it. It's great.
Another 10.
Well, I like that the dude in the back is like looking the one on the left is like looking the other way, like
Yeah, he's like, oh god, he always does this. He just like totally demolishes. He's gonna squeeze her head. Her head's gonna pop. It's gross. I don't want to see that.
These cards, some of the shadow cards utilize color so well.
Yeah,
And
those
the
are
flow
those
colors.
first wave of light cards were just like, ah.
Yeah.
Here we
I
go.
like this.
This one's a lot better though.
It is better, and you
it's
can
got
see
that
some like,
little goopy. Blah, 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 blah.
yeah, this guy right here, and like, what is this? Like a tiny dinosaur? It's impenetrable belief. Are they on a boat? They're surely on a boat, right?
Yeah,
And
it
these,
looks like it.
These are some creatures in the water, and they're trying to get
They're on
through.
a
Giant
boat?
birds flying in the background.
It's pretty fantastic. Again, I think that they go too hard on the light colors, so I'm gonna give it a 9.
Yeah.
But I
knock
love
it
what's
down a
going on in it.
8.
99998. 8.7.
Mitch, son of a bitch.
We're going good on no 8s.
87.
87. Frontline Scout.
See, this is an example of an art that is fairly. It seems fairly calm because that shadow in the background. It's like maybe it's a tree, and you realize that's some sort of demon.
I'm
with
only
a
just
bunch
now.
of people in its tentacles.
Yeah, I'm only just now realizing that that is not a tree shadow.
However, it loses a lot of points because the expression on her face is terrible.
Well, she's like, oh.
Just
Look, these people are being eaten by some kind of crazy monster. It's like there's like a whole village being eaten. Oh,
Whoa,
oh no, dude, this is.
Oh, that's what that is.
This is the surprise Pikachu face. I really like that. I really like looking at the background and seeing the detail, like the horror she's looking at. It's like an 8.
8.
9. No, 8.
Get out of here. Carrion Husk. I love this one. I give it a 10.
10.
So the
Just
first time I
beautiful.
saw it, I couldn't make it out very well. It was kind of blurry. I didn't realize just how big that thing is. Like there's little people
There's little
Yeah.
demons.
there.
But
Yeah.
there's also like a bunch of human skulls, it looks like.
Yeah. So like
Yeah, dude, you're
I
gonna wear this.
I could not tell exactly what that is. I feel like you just like hide in it. You don't really wear it. You kind of just like
You bring this to the battle and
into
you
it.
hide in it.
Yeah.
Or it's telling us that the heroes are that big.
And then there's those like I don't know, weird little dragon things flying around it
Yeah,
too. Like
these wyverns in the back.
yeah.
Have we seen any heroes standing next to other people yet?
Got a lot of good stuff going
Yeah,
on.
in the there's actually a lot in Bolton's cards.
Mhm.
Ah.
He's
Is
fighting
Bolton
all
the
of
white
them.
hair guy? I didn't look at his card yet.
No.
No,
White
he's
hair
the
guy.
black guy.
So my
with the
prediction was wrong.
dreads, I think.
No, when I said I think it's a warrior because their front page has that guy with the sword and the white hair.
Oh.
Yeah. Pretty sure that's a girl.
Yeah, I'll give it a 10.
That card did get revealed though. I think it's 8. Blasphemous, it's a 10. He's a pretty sick looking monster. He kind of reminds me, his head kind of reminds me of a liquor from Resident Evil. He kind of looks like a
Oh, yeah.
BOW from Resident Evil,
Yo.
but looks better than those usually do.
Could you
Yeah.
zoom in on it?
I feel like you can't give it a 10 now, Mitch.
Why? I can't give it a 10?
Yeah.
Why not?
You couldn't see it in small mode, so it shouldn't be that good.
Oh, he's even got like multiple mouths on his head.
Oh yeah, he's got shoulder mouths.
And he's got shoulder mouths as well.
And he's got arms in the back too. This guy's a Machamp.
Yeah, he is.
Oh, I think
Got
it's a 10
tentacles.
as well.
Yeah, I'll give it a 10. Now I can see it a little better.
He's pretty sick looking monster.
Asterisk 10.
You're an asterisk.
That's
Wait.
it.
I thought
Yeah.
we started with. Oh, there it is. There's Doom. Okay.
I mean, we already graded
Yeah,
Doomsday.
It was just weird. Cool. Yeah, that's gonna. Am I too zoomed in? I look really zoomed in. I don't...
Funny because I gave Doomsday a 3 on the art, and I give its token a 10. I should. It's not a bad art. I just don't like it. Oh, I did just now realize those dudes in the background being like,
Brings back too many memories.
we're heroes and we're really big.
Oh, this is a fresh body right here. He's got skin
This
still.
is a fresh body. Oh, that's a fresh one.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for day 7. Thank you for watching. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more, subscribe. And if you want to talk to us let us know your thoughts about the cards, comment below. And that would be dandy. Thank you for watching.
Thank
We're
you.
out.
Bye.
I forgot how to turn it off.